All right, good evening. Tonight we're going to show some Danbong techniques that we do in the Ryong Moo Kwan as part of our advanced curriculum. These are some drills that Sabanum Imwan Kim taught us. So they're a little bit different than Dojinim's techniques. All right, so the drill that we use for striking and blocking, it has 4 strikes and 4 blocks. And the first strike is just pick up your danbong, circle it around your head, and you strike to the temple. All right, second strike, pick up danbong, circle around, strike to the other temple. Third one, step in, poke and twist. And then fourth one, we're using the butt end of the danbong to strike overhead. Boom. And on the corresponding blocks, I'm going to step and block. So I want to move my hips with the block, and then when it comes the other way, block this way, again, move your hips. When the poke comes in, step back and knock it down. And then when the overhead strike comes in, I'm going to come in, block the arm, and punch at the same time. So Damon will we'll go through the drill a couple times so you can see what it looks like. All right, so I'll come to you and then we'll switch.
Sir.
All right, so and strike,
Hey.
strike,
Hey.
poke,
Hey.
attack.
Hey.
All right, and come toward me.
Sir. Hey. 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 Hey.
All right, so that's our basic strike and block drill, and you can just do that several times, get the feel for it. So of course, our strikes are to the temple, but as in Dojinim's strikes, you could also strike the elbows, you could strike the knees, but that's just what we do for in the Ryong Moo Kwan. It's sort of the warm-up. All right, the next thing I want to show you are some counters that you use. Now this is, both people have a danbong. One person strikes, the other person does a counter to the strike. So a block, and then a strike or a throw or something like that. All right, so the first one is the opponent is going to throw, he's going to strike to my head, and I'm going to block him. When I block him, I've got this hand here to catch his arm, here. Then, so I'm going to slide in, and I'm going to strike him with butt end of the danbong right in the ribs. Wham! Next one, this one's a chicken wing. So I'm going to come through, step behind, and I'm going to put the edge of this danbong right in his shoulder. Knock him down. Then, this has 2 more steps. The next step is, I'm going to step my right leg back, and I'm going to open his arm up a little bit, and I'm going to pull this danbong over to his elbow, press down. And then finally, I'm going to step back, grab his arm, and then I can press him down with the foot. All right. So this one has a block, a strike, and then a series of techniques after that. So let's do it again. Hey. Hey. All right. So on this one, you can see there's 3 techniques, but I wouldn't necessarily do all 3. I would just pick one and do that one. All right, the second one, this one is what we call a bicep press. So I'm going to press onto his bicep. It begins the same way. So he strikes at me, block and catch, strike him here. Now, put this danbong up by his bicep, and then I've stepped to the triangle. I want to come in close. I want to keep him as close to me as I can get. All right, especially the larger the person, it's very important to keep them very close. And keep this arm up. Do not let the arm go like this, because then you'll get, this will happen. So up here, then bend your knees and twist. All right. If you have a larger person and you don't keep them close and pull them down, they'll get away from you. Let's do it again.
Hey. Hey.
All right. All right, the third one, this time I'm going to go under his arm behind him to an arm bar. So he comes in, he strikes, block and catch, hit him here, press the Danbong to his upper arm. Step under, twist. I still have his arm, I still have his hands up. And then I'm going to press on his elbow, push him down. All right. So I'm just using that Danbong just like I would use my arm bar, right behind the elbow. Let's do that one a little quicker.
Hey.
Hey. All right. Now we have an alternate, another one. This one, I'm just going to put the Danbong under his arm and then just use the leverage to push him back. So he strikes, catch, strike, and then I'm going to press this in here and step forward. All right. So I can press it in here, I could press it in this way, but I want to just press under his arm and step back. Let's do that one again.
Hey. Hey.
All right, then the last one we have, this one is a choke. And this one, I'm going to come up around his neck and choke him. So same start. Go.
Hey.
Hit him here. Bring this hand up. This one across. And then I'm going to come down and squeeze. So what I'm doing, I'm here. I'm just squeezing my arms like this. All right, so I'm choking him from the Y in my arm. Right, so go again.
Hey.
Boom, up, and choke. Now, if this one is not working, I can switch my feet and toss him over my thigh. Switch here and pull him over.
Hey.
Come down. When you practice that one, make sure as soon as you start that one, you let go of the Danbong so you don't injure your partner. All right, so we've shown 4 counters with the Danbong, but all of these counters would work if he was just throwing a punch. And in fact, any of the punch defenses that you already know you can do with the Danbong. So we could make an example here, so toss that one down. So I could go to the outside, he could do from the right hand punch. He comes out, I smack him on the wrist, push his arm down, catch it, fingers up, step in, arm bar. All right, you don't even hardly have to think about doing it. All right, so he comes to the inside. So I smack him, push my Danbong up under his armpit, get underneath, throw. He makes a left hand punch, same side as my Danbong. This one, smack him in the wrist, bring it down, step to the outside. So I'm turning his wrist up. Get that Danbong underneath. Now I have a wrist lock press, upward wrist lock press. So the point being that you can do some of the techniques you already know just incorporate the Danbong to them for the punch defense. All right, so these are the drills that we have for the blocks and the strikes, counters with the Danbong, and then you can use those for the punch defense.